Yes. Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. It's an interesting morning, and we're talking about women. This time around, we're focusing on families. And you see this woman that I want to introduce. Let me do my usual playful things. This woman, when I heard her story, I had to look for how to bring her on bumper. As in, there is just no way a woman can be doing what she's doing. She deserves mention. And I'm really being serious right now. She actually deserves mention. Women rarely give to other women, even though that's the right thing to do. But women rarely give to other women. Women rarely feel the pulse of other women and say, I've been where she is. I've been through what she's going through. I know how to succor her at a time like this. Women barely do that, especially when they are coming from outside. The ones inside self, you really cannot trust if they are really doing it, truly. But when you see a woman who dedicates herself to giving succor, providing succor, irrespective of what it takes to other women, and especially their families, I think she deserves mention. She deserves to be celebrated. And today, my woman crush for this Wednesday, I told you we're crushing women. I'm not crushing on our male. I see her all the time. Not today. I removed my crush from my male today. The woman we're crushing on this morning is Oyindayo Akeeb. She's the president of Odidiifeola. I keep Odidiifeola Foundation. Good morning.
Good morning.
When I did say I was crushing on you, I told Yinka Kenya, I said, I read this lady's story and I was having goosebumps. I said,
Honestly, you actually moved me and put me in a different kind of mood with.
But it's the truth. It's the truth.
With your introduction,
I'm not joking. It's the truth. See, let me tell you a bit about when I read your story. One of the things that occurred to me when I read your story is the fact that every single miscarriage I ever had, they say things like, "Bagbi kumata," another one will come. As if it was just, you pick a paper, and it just drops. People never really felt the pain. And that's what, it's funny, you're pregnant, nobody knows you're pregnant because it wasn't showing. It's a different thing. But you're pregnant, it's advanced. People can see. They're already calling you Yabich. And then they stop seeing. Naturally, the number of people will ask you what happened. You're walking the street, you're not hiding in the house. No, I can count, except for my family members. And I'm talking about family. People barely mention it. So when you now see someone who has gone down that road, doing what you're doing for other women and their families, I say it with all boldness, you deserve to be celebrated. She's selling a property to do free IVF for women. So you get my story.
Do this, please. You started me right, and we started gisting. I didn't know. Oh my God. It's a lot of encouragements where I get a lot of this from people, and especially, those women in that foundation. It's a whole lot of stuff going on, and it is easy for me to kind of like mortgage, sell everything I have because I have been there, and I know, when you have been there, when it is not a story told to you, when it is something that you felt,
you've walked the path.
When even me, with all my, I have a very strong spirit and my belief and everything, it was getting to a point I never thought, I felt, is this going to be possible? People had actually written me off like it was not,
Don't think about it. Like it's not something that you
honestly,
can achieve.
So when I got pregnant, because I got pregnant for the first time when I was age 40, and I lost that pregnancy. It was getting to 3 months, I lost that pregnancy. The following year, I got pregnant again. You know, I'd been trying different things. I was 40 already in marriage. I even lost marriage because of
childlessness.
Yes. So, yes, after I had the second misconception, they call it, I couldn't get pregnant again until someone pointed me to, IVF. When I conceived, and I passed that 3 months when, the pregnancy used to come up,
drops.
and it was still there. And it was becoming like, this is going to be real. And I'm looking at myself that, me too, I'm going to be a mother. Then I realized, and it is something that had been building in my mind, that God, if you do this for me, everything that I have, and everything that is me, I will use it to support other women
who were going through the same journey.
It's a whole lot of trauma, horrible, roller coaster kind of experience. It is it is something you cannot say. To say that you can imagine it when you have not been there. I used to say to people, it is an insult.
It's an insult to those
because
who
taught you?
You heard people's stories. You didn't walk that path.
No. So that was the beginning of my passion. And, the Lord just made everything, even at my age, I was around that, I was getting to 47 when I conceived. And it just made everything easy and everything. And the pregnancy went well. I said, Jesus, I'm going to serve you with everything. So, you see, it was easy for me to give everything. I started Odidiifeola Fertility Foundation as soon as I had my babies in 2018. I started, following women about, and people that had my testimony, and I wrote a book even while I was pregnant. I'm going to come back and bring your copies. I actually forgot your copies. I'm not a superwoman. It's selling on Amazon. People read my story. They started calling me, and people will come. Let me not, I don't want to exaggerate anything. From London, America, they kept coming to Nigeria for fertility, for IVF. And it was.
And you did this IVF in Nigeria?
I did IVF in Nigeria. Yes.
The other misconception really about this IVF thing is the fact that it's not true in Nigeria. A lot of people do not know that Lori Dausa, I also like to bring her on the bumper breakfast when she comes back to the country. Maybe we'll do Zoom one of these days. She also conceived the IVF. They have 3 boys. Yeah. Bishop Febi Dausa,
yes.
the Dausa family in Edo State. It's quite interesting. The day I listened to her story, we have an Instagram program where she contributed, and she was telling the story. I had goosebumps. I was like, are you kidding me? And then they had a child. And then they lost the child. After, you know how it is. You go through, no pregnancy, finally, loads of miscarriages, and then you now have a child. And then the child died. That's on its own. So the whole family now still celebrates the birth of that child. It reminds them of where they're coming from. Because after that child, with IVF, she was able to have 3 boys.
Yeah.
She has 3 boys. So people have this misconception. It cannot be done in Nigeria.
Oh.
They don't do IVF. It's too expensive.
A lot of IVF fails in Nigeria.
Well, it fails generally. Is it limited to Nigeria?
It's not limited to Nigeria. And I can actually say here that IVF is better in Nigeria. I have the experience. I get things from people that are coming, because I asked them, they said, over there where you are coming from, all the good doctors, they tell me stories. And I have people that we met at the IVF center when I was trying my own, during the process of my
conception,
my own procedure, that after conception, they went to, I actually met a very good friend. And, you know, she's citizen in America. She went there to have a baby, and it was a sorry story. Honestly. And you will wonder. And that was, let me not say that was because they actually, you know, if you want to go outside of Nigeria or even in Nigeria, when it is time for the IVF center, like after 2 months, they are going to leave you to be with your antenatal doctor. They are going to give you a letter and tell to inform the doctor, the new doctor, what is expected and the care they, you know, and
that
they
is
gave,
required.
they gave to this woman. But when she got there, maybe we too know she's coming from from Africa. I don't know. They did not do the things the doctor wrote. There is something they call cervical sacrilege. She was supposed to do it. That is to tighten the cervix so that, you know, it might not get to a time and the baby wants to come down. They didn't do it. They did not do it. And it was, you know, a sorry experience. They don't joke with things like that. They are not careful doctors in Nigeria. We have two clinic, I won't mention their name. I know you won't like that. We have two clinics that we partner with in Odidiifeola Fertility Foundation. One of the clinic is where I had my own, you know, I had my own IVF, and another one that's two of the best actually. And the beautiful thing about these clinics, about these people, is that beyond the money, of course they are doing business, they get their money, even though they are the first to give us free IVF in Odidiifeola Fertility Foundation. There's a lot of discount. They, you know, take their eyes off a lot of things for us to make it, because, you know,
make the journey
they
easier.
know the story of people
who are going through it. Let's talk about the mindset of families who are dealing with childlessness. I want to get into the psyche, and I know quite a number of people are already calling. How does it feel when you've been married or you are advanced in age and you need a child and it's not coming, whether it's the husband that has an issue or the wife, or basically there are no issues medically identified?
Yes, now sometimes there are no issues. They will tell you in explaining fertility, that means we have checked you through and through. We have checked your husband. We see no reason why both of you cannot, you know, make babies, but you cannot. They call it unexplained infertility. You see, women, and now with Odidiifeola Fertility Foundation, many family that are trying, they are joining the foundation. Okay. You know, they join through we created, you know, I said I was doing it by myself. When the Lord started looking onto it, and it started, you know, I had to create a Facebook page where people can join, and it is just the same name for anybody that wants to join. It is Odidiifeola Fertility Foundation. It's a very private group.
I'm going to put the link on my Facebook page. So for those who are following me, my name on Facebook is Tomisin Adebukola. So I'm going to put that on my Facebook page for those. You can send me a text message on the number that you have on the screen as well if you want to join the group, so that we can talk. It's a group that actually does a lot of coaching, a lot of talking. You're able to bear out your mind, vent your emotions. You'll see people that have been where you are, and people who have gone through the journey that you are currently going through. People that would encourage, psychiatrists, psychologists, everybody's there. Counselors are there as well. So I put the link up on my WhatsApp page as well. There's a WhatsApp attached to that number on the screen. I'll put the link on that WhatsApp. You can click on it and join. I'll put it on my Facebook page as well. You can click and join. Tomisin Adebukola. Just look for me on Facebook, Tomisin Adebukola, and then you see the Odidiifeola Fertility Foundation link there. You can always join. Let's talk.
The women and men, because I used to feel, when I was going through it, I used to feel it's a woman thing. It's only women. Hey, the women, in fact, women can cope. Some men really actually go gaga. You understand? So it's a whole lot of emotion. Sometimes, you know, there are times I get calls to like midnight, over 12 a.m. like today. I was still talking because sometimes I'd be tired but you know, with the feelings and emotions the person used to call you.
You don't have a choice.
You wouldn't want to drop, you wouldn't want to tell them you are tired, you would want to do something and see that the person is stable before you pull down your phone. Many actually, you know, will be in very traumatic situation. When they call me, they said they were just going through some kind of trauma and they've given up, and they then saw, you know, my program on. I'm going to give you my Facebook page as well. I share this information.
Okay.
It is just my name. It is my name. Akeeb Oyindayo fans page. Every Saturday 8 p.m. I share this information. Okay. So many of them that even joined Odidiifeola got, you know, information through my Saturday live chat on Facebook, Akeeb Oyindayo fans page. You know, they said they just came across the program and it was like, okay, is this there? And they called me. And many of them are very vibrant now. And I'm telling you, I have some now. We opened this platform just about 3 months ago. Some are pregnant. These are some of the people that are, you know, lost hope. They were hopeless. We were crying together when they made that call because, you know, it's a whole lot of things. Some of them, you know, they became vibrant. They became committed. It is one of the major things we do, apart from, you know, giving the free IVF. The reason I do the Saturday program is to energize people, bring them back to themselves, bring them back, you know, out of depression, and give them that spirit of, you can do it.
You can get
You can
there.
still achieve it. You understand? And a lot of them are like that. And we are doing this thing, you know, together, giving. And some of them, it will be that they have a little, and I'm supporting. I'm telling you, sister, I have women that are currently through in this IVF process they've started, that went to, you know, borrow money from cooperative. Yes, some owo IVF. I'm telling you, miss, I'm not saying that can be.
How much does it cost?
Like the 2 clinics that we partnered with, it is not actually the cost they charge normally, but what they gave us is 950 to 1.2, and 950 to 1.2 because it will depend on the medical. It will be 950 if after medical investigation
You're fine.
there are findings. You understand? And 1.2 findings again, but at least let's say 1.2.
That's the highest.
That is the highest.
Wow. You can call us this morning. You can send a text message or a WhatsApp message to the number on the screen. You want to ask us questions. How do you deal? You're passing through this journey of childlessness and you really want to get out of it, or you are discouraged. It's affecting your state of mind, it's affecting your business, whether you're a man or a woman. You get to call us on the number on the screen, or simply send a text message or a WhatsApp message while Oyindayo is still here. You still have the opportunity to talk to her, because me, I will not talk about childlessness after she goes. I won't talk about it. But let's talk about the money. It's not easy to come up with 1.2 million, and that's why I had to mention that. 1.2 million to do IVF, and then people borrow this money in this economy.
It is still not 100%.
50-50 chance.
It is still not 100%. So they borrow money to try. We are praying. We have pastors in the team, so that, you know, at least let's record. Maybe if 10 go, at least if we have 8, I'll be 9 that are positive. It is not 100%. IVF 50-50, but now things are getting better. Like the clinic that we use, they do, you know, get to 75, 70, 80%. And they are really putting eyes and being, you know, very, you know, extra careful with, you know, people. Let me not say that come from us. I want to believe they do that with all
other patients as well.
Other patients. It's a whole lot of money. I've tried, and I realize now that even if I sell all that I have, it still won't be enough. That is why we really need people to partner with us. Like I used to say to people, if you are, we have a lot of beautiful people, blessed people with beautiful hearts, and that do giving all of the time. And I said to them,
But rarely do they do giving in this kind of a situation.
that is the thing.
Have you ever heard of somebody doing giving to make people have children? IVF?
There was a time last year, my aunt was going to do IVF, and then she started seeking for loans, seeking for help, and all. And then somebody made a statement. She was like, Belle when they had to get. And I was like, are you serious?
It seems to a lot of people, they'll say, girls go and find surrogates. Let's see, look around for one girl in the village, just come and born for your husband, and then you collect the child.
That was what they
people do a whole lot of
do.
That's what most people do, and they collect the child, send the child, give the girl money, send the girl back to her parents. A lot of people do that, and they do not know that that's a crime.
And it's not easy. And it's most of the time will boomerang on them.
Exactly.
They really do not know. They really do not know. But yes, while they are doing, I know desperate times calls for desperate measures. But desperate measures within the confines of the law, especially when you know that it's something that could boomerang. Some people are not even careful enough to check the medical history, the health history, the family history of the so-called surrogate that they are looking at using for this kind of a thing. So whatever it is, I think usually IVF is usually the best option to engage. But let's talk about public hospitals. Have you reached out to any of our public hospitals, Luth, the general hospitals? Do they do IVF there? Have you tried reaching out to them? Do they, because see, the kind of nurses that we find in these hospitals do not have the compassion.
You don't talk.
To attend to women who are childless and worried.
You don't talk.
But I'm just thinking.
You've never heard from women that are in labor. If
you don't need to be in labor. You don't even need to be in labor. You just need to go to the hospital for headache. To have encounter. It's called an encounter. You should write, in fact, I should write a book called An Encounter with Nigerian Nurses in Public Hospitals. Just that one, I will sell, Oh my God. Not to talk of having an IVF center. Do they have things like that in the public hospitals?
They do. And how do I know? From some of the family that are in Odidiifeola now that started with, public hospital and, came. It's either like I have some, they've started their process as well. They actually started with one of these teaching hospital, and they said they went on strike. So they couldn't start, they couldn't continue. And before they started, a long time before they went on strike, they were posting them and, just postponing it, that there is a medical machine that they still need to get, and they are waiting for that because the one they currently have is not working.
So let me tell you my story. A couple of years ago at General Hospital, Magada, I had a miscarriage that led to needing instant evacuation, and I couldn't go to a private hospital for that. Before I could get to General, I was already bleeding badly, so I had to stay back at home, sit on top of the toilet. I remember my brother and my sister were holding my hands as excruciating pain. And so after the whole ordeal, I went to the General Hospital on a Monday. This was a Sunday. So on a Monday, I went to the General Hospital. And then I got there, the queue now. I start from outside, first of all. It's an emergency. I'm not joking. It's an emergency.
I know.
But I had to start from outside. I was on the queue. I got there at 7 a.m. And then the queue passed. And then I finally entered the room. There's a queue first. And then
like a reception.
They do your vitals, and then you now go to the next queue waiting. Where you wait, where the GP will now attend to you. That's the general practitioner. That one will now attend to you. So there's another queue where that one, it was a general room upstairs, one of the blocks in the General Hospital Bakara. And then we had this encounter with this doctor So when it was my turn, and the man was like, so there was a lady, and she said, what is your, and I said, this is what I'm, she said, emergency, this was at 9 o'clock, I got there at 7. No.
Can you imagine?
She was like, oh yeah, please call the theater. Tell them this. I was like, can you imagine? You people. I mean, when I got there, first thing I told the nurses, I said, this is what I'm going through. They're like, you know, they were you know the way they slap their legs on the ground and move around. The woman was, she was bothered, she was jumping, she was upset. She now said, we want to do scan. There was no place to do scan at the hospital. So she told me, you have to manage, you will go to one street like this that is here outside the hospital to go and quickly do this scan and bring it back.
Emergency.
I said, okay. It's the me that they want to wheel to the theater that had to walk with my leg to walk outside. First of all, descend the stairs, go outside, do the scan, and then bring the scan back, climb the stairs back to this same woman to show her. Finally, when we got to the hospital, when we got to the, it was my turn again, she attended to me, she sent me down to the gynecologist who attended to me. Another queue, that one was a room outside of the hospital. It's a room, backyard room, so when it was finally my turn and the whole process was done, this was April. So my thought was, your gynae will give you appointment back. This is April. It was around Easter that year. April. Next appointment, the man wrote August.
Did you not land back at the private hospital?
What are you talking about? When I saw August, I said, April, May, June, July, August, Egbami. Am I not supposed to do checkup between now and that August? The man said, don't worry, you'll be fine. Trust me, they went on strike the very so I totally get where you're getting from. They will go on strike. Before they went on strike, they would have given you one very long date.
Yes.
So the date they gave me, I think it was April, and my next date was August. I'm sure if I search my house, I'll still find the card. It was April to August. So I knew there were 4 months in the middle of what was supposed to be a checkup. And I had a gynecology issue. Are you kidding me right now?
We don't even try. We don't even try there. What we started looking at now is, trying to reach out to people who can help, because this is, you are creating life. One, you are preserving life and you are creating life. All of those people, many yearly die out of depression, of not being able to achieve pregnancy, not being able to, have an offspring. Many died. So your money will be preserving life that would have been lost through depression, and your money will be part of creation of life, because whoever that got sponsorship out of whatever, and it is not anything. It can be anything. You understand? Even 10,000 would support somebody's fee. 10,000 from many places would be something. You understand? Just like this one, a friend. She's been very supportive and trying to get us to people that can help. She sent this link to me. I don't know, maybe even you will know. This Davido story. You understand? Send it to me that you really need this. Go and since then, I follow Davido on Instagram.
You sent him a message?
But no, I didn't see anything like that on. You understand? So I sent to I don't know where he wants to put up a committee.
He has put up the committee already, and they're looking at motherless babies.
Okay. Maybe next time people like that, Davido,
remember,
you want to donate, because he's a good giver.
Yes, I know.
And most of these rich people, this is a principle and pattern, and some people don't know it. You see, people that don't have, they hold on to the very little they have. But people that really have, they give massively. So I'm saying, Davido, when next you're thinking about, charity, I don't even know the camera to look at. The a charity to give to. Think about us at Odidi, women in Odidiifeola Fertility Foundation. Please, we need help, we need support. I cannot do it alone. It is beyond me now. And this is not only how to Davido. Every person that the Lord has blessed, please be a blessing to a sister, to a brother, and the Lord will bless you more for it.
Oh man, thank you so much. We say a big thank you to our dearest foundation owner, mother of many, that has decided to grace us on the bumper breakfast this morning. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your presence. I hope we're going to bring you back. I know you're going somewhere next week. Well, I know. But at least I know that you will come back at some point on the bumper breakfast. Let's keep talking about this. Putting smiles on the faces of families is important work.
Yes.
Is important work. Onome, how do you close this one? She's a bride to be.
Whoa.
So we speak pregnancy into your life as quickly as possible.
Twins. The grace upon my life for more people. Yes. A boy and a girl.
Amen.
They've been getting it like that. So I pass that grace to you.
Amen.
A boy and a girl. Why is she running now?
Let it go straight to the owner.
Thank you.
That's how we close on the bumper breakfast before my director decides to yank us off. My name is Tomisin Ojo, and it's a pleasure being here every day. We'll see you again tomorrow morning on Ome. It's been a pleasure having you on this Wednesday edition of the bumper breakfast, and our dearest guest, Madam Akeeb. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early. Have a beautiful day, people, and do something good to someone.